Hello everyone, my name is Shaan and today I will discuss with you some quadratic equation problem. So in last lecture I already discussed with you quadratic equation and behavior of quadratic equation and relationship between the roots of the quadratic equation and coefficient, and where minima lie, where maxima lie, when it will be parabolic upward, when it will be parabolic downward. So here we have a question in which ask number of real root of the equation. So you basically we have to find number of real root of the equation. So here you look that expression is given in term of modulus. So first we have to understand modulus. So what is modulus? Basically, if what modulus do? Modulus function always give output positive. Okay, so if you put -3 into inside modulus, it will give 3, or if your number is positive then it will give as it is. So if your number is 3 inside modulus, it will give 3. Like if I give you x inside modulus and I ask you that what will be the your answer. So if x is positive, it will be as it is. If behavior of x will be negative, then it will be minus x. So if x positive, right, so your expression inside the modulus is positive, so it will be give output as it is x. If your x is negative, right, so if your x is negative, so in that case inside the modulus this expression is negative. To make positive any negative number, you want to make it positive, you have to multiply by negative, so it will be positive. So you have to multiply the expression inside the modulus by negative, so this will be minus x. So here you will get an idea. If your function inside the modulus is negative, taking negative value, then you have to multiply by negative to make that function positive, and this number will be positive. Okay, so here we assume that mod x equal to t. So what will be this expression? Transform this expression, this will become t square minus 3t plus 2 equal to 0. Now solve this. T square minus 2t minus t plus 2 equal to 0. From here take t common, so this will become t into t minus 2, and here take minus 1 common, so this will become t minus 2 equal to 0. Now take t minus 2 common, so t minus 2 into t minus 1 equal to 0, and this will become t minus 2 equal to 0 comma t minus 1 equal to 0. So here you will get t equal to 2, and here you get t equal to 1. So you already assume that t equal to mod x. So when t equal to 2, for this case t equal to 2, and here write t equal to 1. So for this case mod x equal to 2, and for this case mod x equal to 1. So from here x equal to plus minus 2, and from here x equal to plus minus 1, because if you put minus 2 inside modulus, it give output 2, and plus 2 it give output to similar in this case. So from here you will get x equal to -1, x equal to +1, x equal to 2, and x equal to -2. So there are 4 possible real solution. So option A will be correct. Now we will move to the next question. Here a question given in which given fx be a quadratic expression which is positive for all real value of x. So your fx will be which type? It's taking value positive, so your fx will lie above the x-axis, right? So your fx will be lie above the x-axis, and fx is quadratic, so it's look like something this. It always for all real value of x, so it will be like something this. Or if you take fx like this, then when you move to negative x, this will go downward, and when you move to the right of this point, this will goes to like this, and here this will take negative value. Basically, if I draw y-axis here and we look value of the function at y-axis, here it is taking the value negative, so this function will not work. So you have only this type of function. So if fx is quadratic polynomial, so suppose fx equal to ax square plus bx plus c, okay, where a not equal to 0. Now look that I already told you in last lecture, if your graph is looking like facing upward, right, facing upward, then leading coefficient will be positive. And here you saw in this type of graph of the function, it not touch the x-axis or also not cutting the x-axis, so it has no real root. So when no real root, then d equal to b square minus 4ac will be negative. We all know about this, discriminant will be negative. So from here we will get an idea, if fx is positive for all real value of fx, then how your fx will look like? Facing upward. For facing upward, leading coefficient should be positive and b square minus 4ac is negative. Now given if gx equal to fx plus derivative, first derivative of fx plus second derivative of fx, then you have to find gx is negative or positive or equal to 0 or equal to 0 sometime or positive. So first we create the gx function. For what need? F dash x. So f dash x will equal to 2x plus b, and f double dash x will be 2a. So your gx will be fx plus f double dash x plus f double dash x. So here you will get ax square plus bx plus c plus 2ax plus b plus 2a. So this will become ax square plus b plus 2a into x plus b plus 2a plus c. So your gx function will be this. Now again look the leading coefficient of gx function. What is leading coefficient of gx function? It is a. Or what know about a? A is positive. So your gx function will be facing upward. Parabola facing upward, right? Now calculate the discriminant of this gx function. So for discriminant of the gx function, b plus 2a square minus 4 into a into b plus 2a plus c, this b square and 4 into a into c. So this will become b square plus 4a square plus 4ab, and this will become minus 4ab minus 8a square and minus 4ac. So from here these two got cancel out and this will become b square minus 4ac minus, this will become minus 4a square. And what you know about this expression? This expression is b square minus 4ac, which is negative. So this expression is negative and this is perfect square. So this negative makes this expression negative and this expression is always negative. So entire term will be negative. So from here you will get discriminant for the function gx negative. And you already know about the leading coefficient of gx is positive. So your gx will be always above the x-axis. Either this will be this type or this will be this type, or this your gx will be this type. So from here which option is correct? Option B is the correct option. Now we move to next question. Here given alpha comma beta are the roots of the equation. Then you have to find the roots of the equation, this second equation. So we can do this problem by many way. First, write here x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to c. So this equation will be x minus alpha into x minus b minus c equal to 0. And we know about that if we know the alpha and beta, if we know roots of the equation, then we can find the equation. So if I told you if you have alpha and beta are roots of any equation, then write the equation. So how you write equation? X square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta, right? So basically if alpha and beta are roots of the equation, then these two must be equal. So put these two must be equal. So x minus a into x minus b minus c equal to x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha into beta. Now they are asking the root of the equation x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c. So take this c that side. So x minus alpha into x minus beta equal to x square minus alpha plus beta x plus alpha into beta plus c. Now if you consider this is the equation, right? and a comma b are root of any equation, then how you find the root of that equation? Basically you will write x square minus a plus b into x plus a into b, sum of root into product of root, then you will get that equation. So here you look this term will be what? X minus a into x minus b. This will be x square minus ax minus bx plus a into b. So this will your x square minus a plus b into x plus a into b. So basically if we take alpha comma beta equal to roots of the equation, this these two are equal. So basically what we get, if we are writing taking a and b root of the equation, then we will get this equation. So a or b is the root of this equation. You can do this problem by other method also. You can solve this equation multiply this, so this will become x square minus ax minus bx plus ab minus c equal to 0. Okay, so this will transform into x square plus a plus b into x plus ab minus c equal to 0, right? And alpha comma beta are the root of the equation. So what will be alpha plus beta? Alpha plus beta equal to minus b upon a minus coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. So what will we get? Minus 2 minus of a plus b by 1. So this will be a plus b. So your alpha plus beta will be a plus b. And what will you get? Alpha into beta. So alpha into beta equal to constant term upon coefficient of x square. So you will get ab minus c. Now if you want to calculate the root of the equation x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c. Okay, so take x minus alpha into x minus beta plus c equal to 0. So multiply this x square minus alpha plus beta into x plus alpha plus beta plus c equal to 0. Now put value of alpha plus beta in this and value of alpha plus beta plus c equal to. So this will become a plus b into x, and this will become what? Alpha beta plus c equal to a into b. So this will become a into b. From here you can take this like x square minus ax minus bx plus a into b equal to 0. Now take x common from here. So this will become x into x minus b, and now take x b common from here. So this will become x minus a. Now again take x minus a common. So this will become x minus a into x minus b equal to 0. So from here you will get x equal to a, x equal to b. So x equal to a, x equal to b are the root of this equation. So So you can do either by that way or either by this way. Now in this question we have to find number of point of intersection of two curve, y equal to 2 sin x and y equal to 5x square plus 3x 2x plus 3. So basically here y equal to 5x square plus 2x plus 3. So I already told you that if in last lecture, if you have ax square plus bx plus c where a not equal to 0, then x equal to, what is the vertex of this type of equation? X equal to minus b upon a and y equal to minus b square minus 4ac upon 4a. So this is the vertex of this equation. If leading coefficient is positive, then minimum value will be at this point. This will be the minimum, and when leading coefficient is negative, then this value will be maximum. So here what is your a? A is equal to 5, b equal to 2, c equal to 3. So calculate. Here a is positive, 5 is greater than 0. So your parabola will be facing upward, and when your parabola will be facing upward, at this point you will get the minimum value. So when we talk about the value of the function, we always talk about the y value of the function at particular x. So at this point, what is y? Y is nothing but this. Y is nothing but this, right? So here parabola is facing upward, so minimum will exist here, and what value of y will be here? So calculate minus b square minus 4ac, 2 square minus 4 into 5 into 3 upon 4 into 5. So this will become 4 minus 60 upon 20. So this will become minus into 56 upon 20. So this will become 56 upon 20, and this will become 14 by 5, right? So your y value will be 14 by 5, which is 2.8. So your expression, this expression will attain minima at x equal to minus b upon 2a, and that minimum value will be 2.8. If you look at 2.8, so 2.8 will be something here. Okay, so your uh, parabola will be always above this line. Basically it is the minimum value attained by this parabolic structure. And if you look at the y equal to sin x, 2 sin x, so you know about the sin x taking value from here. Sin x taking value minus 1 to 1. So 2 sin x will take value 2 to minus 2 to 2. So this function y equal to sin x will take value from minus 2 to say 2. So this is taking value from here to here, right? So your sign will always in between these two lines. Okay. and your parabola is always above this line. So will they intersect? Not intersect. So you have number of point of intersection for this is equal to 0. Now we will move to next question. In this question, given for all x, this is positive. Then we have to find where a will be lie. So look at this expression. First look at this expression. What is x square plus 2ax plus 10 minus 3a greater than 0. So if I ask you the what is the leading coefficient of this quadratic expression? So here leading coefficient is 1, which is greater than 0. So if leading coefficient is positive, your parabola will be facing upward. Okay, and this parabola taking value positive value. So here this parabola is always above the y-axis. So when this case is possible, your parabola is above the y-axis and leading coefficient positive give parabola is facing upward, and taking, and this all expression is positive, that means taking the value positive, this expression taking the value positive, so this will lie above the y-axis. So if I ask you whether it intersect x-axis or not, you will say not intersect. Now I ask you a parabolic structure, a parabolic equation or a structure which is not intersecting x-axis, then how many roots of this equation? You will say it not cutter the x-axis, so it has no roots, right? It has no roots, that means it has no real roots. So if it has no real root, then what is the condition? Discriminant should be negative. And what is the discriminant? B square minus 4ax 4ac less than 0 for this quadratic expression ax square plus bx plus c. Okay, so from here what we have to calculate? B square minus 4ac negative. So 2a square minus 4 into 1 into 10 minus 3a should be negative. Here leading coefficient already given positive. So calculate what will be this 4a square minus 14 plus 12a less than negative less than 0. So take 4 common here. So take 4 common. So this will become a square minus 10 plus 3a less than 0. Now we will divide by 4. Okay. So we are dividing by positive number. So inequality will be remain same. So this will become a square minus 10a plus 3 less than 0. So we can write this like something a square plus 3a minus 10 negative. Now we factorize this expression. So what will be this? A square plus 5a minus 2a minus 10 less than negative. Now take a common from these two. So this will become a plus 5 and this will take here minus 2a common. So this will become a plus 5. Now take a plus 5 common. So this will become a plus 5 into a minus 2 negative. Now draw the line. So if you put this expression equal to 0, what you get? Minus 5, and this expression equal to 0, you will get 2. So minus 5, here 2. On real number minus 5, and here 2, and this side plus infinity, and this side minus infinity. So if you have to take that interval in which this product is negative, right? So put any number greater than 2. Put 3. Take 3. 3 minus 2, this will be positive, and 3 plus 5, this will also positive. So in this interval, this expression is positive. Put any number between minus 5 to 2. So take 0. So if you put 0 equal to 0, this will give you minus 2, and if you put 0 here, this will give plus 5. Plus 5 into minus 2, that means minus 10. Here your this expression is attending value negative. So this will be your negative. Okay. Now take any number smaller than minus 5. So take minus 6. Minus 6 plus 5. This will give you minus 1. And minus 6 into minus 2. This will give you minus 8. So minus 1 into minus 8. This will be your positive. So here your expression is only negative. Minus 5 to 5. And here is strict inequality. So where for satisfying this condition, your A should be lie from minus 5 to 2. So which option is correct? Option B will be the correct. Right. Now we will move to the next question. So next question is here given, if B is greater than A. So already mentioned that B is greater than A. So if we draw real line, A will be here, B will be here. So B is greater than A. Then equation itna has what the root between A and B, minus infinity to B or B to infinity. So take fx equal to what is given, y equal to fx. You have given x minus A into x minus B minus 1, right? So they are asking what root of the equation is lying uh, between the interval. Now you look at this expression. What is this? X square minus ax minus bx plus ab minus 1 equal to 0. And this is x square minus a plus b into x plus ab minus 1 equal to 0. So if I ask you the leading coefficient of this expression, which is what? 1, which is positive. So leading coefficient is positive, so it will be the facing upward. So you will get an idea facing upward. So if I put this like something, then what will be the, in this condition, both root will be the between the b to infinity. So in this case your option C will be correct if this condition satisfy. If I put this something like this, then one root will be between a and b, and one root will be the b to infinity. Okay. If I put this like something this then in this condition both root be between a and b, right? If I put this something this. Okay, then both root lie between minus infinity to a, and if we go with this condition, then both one root lie between minus infinity to a and one root be a to b, between a to b. So look at this question, right? So here you have to check either both root b a lie between a and b. So if both root b lie a and b, so this condition should be hold. Okay, so for this condition, if this type of graph will be formed, then I ask you, if we calculate value at a and this is x-axis, so at a value should be positive and at b also value should be positive. So calculate value at a for option a. So fa equal to a into a minus a into a minus b minus 1. So this a minus a equal to 0, and this will become entire this term equal to 0, and this negative minus 1, that is less than 0. So here this at a, this is attending in the value negative. Okay, so this option will be not true, because at a it should attain the value positive, right? Now look at the second option, both root between minus infinity to a. So for this you have to look in option 4 condition, both root will be the minus infinity to a. So for this you have to calculate value at fa, and that value should be positive, but you already calculated the value of fa. So at fa value is negative, so option b also not correct. So here option b equal to b is not correct. Now you look in third question, both root in b to infinity. So if both root in b to infinity, you have to check this type of condition. Okay, so in this type of condition, what should be value at b? Value at b should be positive. So calculate value at b for option C. Value at b, when you calculate value of b, so this will become b minus a, put b at here. So this is b minus a, and this will become b minus b minus 1. So this term equal to 0, and this makes entire term negative. So here you should be positive, but what fb positive, so but what fb will come negative. So these conditions will also not hold. Now check option D. So three condition not true, then the fourth condition is already true, because it is the one correct option question, single correct option. Okay, but we will check, right? So one root between minus infinity to a and other in b to infinity. So if we check this condition, one root between minus infinity to a. Okay, so which type of scenario will come? If one root between minus infinity to a and another root is b to infinity, then your parabola will something like this. One root will be here and one root will there. So what value at a parabola will attain? Below the x-axis. That means fa should be negative and fb should be negative. And what fa will come? Negative, and fb we calculated already, that is also negative. So this condition is satisfied. So option D is the true option. Now we will move to the next question. So here given, if the equation itna has a solution, then k must lie in the interval. So if I give you a quadratic equation ax square plus bx plus c, okay, and then I tell you to find the solution. So what you are finding? X equal to what is minus b plus minus b square minus 4ac upon, right. So here you have expression sin power 4x minus k plus 2 to sin square x minus k plus 3 equal to 0, right. So assume t equal to sin square x. So this will transform into t square minus k plus 2 into t minus k plus 3 equal to 0, right. So if you find solution of this quadratic polynomial, what will be? T equal to minus b. What is your b? Your b is minus a plus minus root under b square minus 4ac. So your b is minus k plus 2 and this square minus 4 into a into your c is minus k plus 3, right, upon a. What is a? Solve this. T equal to k plus 2 plus minus, this will become k plus 2 whole square and this will become minus 4 into this minus. This will become plus 4 into k plus 3 upon, right. Now this will give you k plus 2 k plus 2 plus minus under root k square plus 4k a plus b whole square. This is 4 and this will 4k plus 1 is basically a is, right. This will transform into k plus 2 plus minus k square plus 8k plus 16 1. This is equal to k plus 2 plus minus the root. What is this? This is nothing but, we can write this like k plus 4 whole square. Basically, if you open k plus 4 whole square, this will be like something. a square, so k square plus 2ab, so 8k and b square 16. This will give you k plus 2 plus minus 1 plus minus the root k plus 4 whole square. So what will be your t? K plus 2 plus minus, if this come outside the root, k plus 4 whole square give you k plus 4 upon, so take positive sign. When you take positive sign, k plus 2 plus k plus 4 equal this. When you take negative sign, this will give you k plus 2 minus k minus 4 upon 2. From here you will get k equal to minus 4 plus 2 minus 2 divided by 2. So here you will get minus 1, and here you will get 2k plus 6 by 2, which is k plus. Now you have to look that you assume that t equal to sine square x, and if I ask you what is the value of sine square x, sine square x attain the value between 0 to 1, right? So this t equal to minus 1. So this case not possible because sine square x never attain minus 1. So this will attain by sine square x. So t equal to sine square x. That means sine square x attain the value k plus 3. If I ask you where k plus 3 lie, where sine square x lie? 0 to 1. So k plus 3 will also lie from 0 to 1. So from here you will get minus 3 less than equal to k than equal to 1 minus 3, so minus 2. So you have correct option. What is option D? Basically both side there is equality, so close interval will come. Option D is the. Now we question. In this question you have given a quadratic equation and mentioned that has imaginary root, right? Has imaginary root. Focus the word has imaginary root. So when imaginary root, so if I ask you when it has imaginary root, if I give you a parabolic structure ax square plus bx plus c, which a not equal to 0, if I ask you leading coefficient is positive, then you tell that parabola is facing upward, and if leading coefficient is negative, then parabola is facing downward. And if it has imaginary root, that means it will not cut the x-axis at any point. So in this case it will be the above the x-axis, and in this case it should be the above the x-axis, below the x-axis, right? So in both cases if I ask you discriminant, so what should be discriminant? It doesn't cut at x-axis at any point, so it discriminant should be negative, and this case not cutting x-axis at any point, so discriminant should be negative. So here you will get an idea, right? Now you look the question. In question they are asking that fx equal to x square minus bx plus 1 equal to 0 has imaginary root and nothing mentioned about the a is positive or negative. So you consider first a is positive. So a is positive, right? So this we are dealing with this condition. So a is positive. So in this case, your structure will be above the x-axis. So if you calculate value of this expression at any x, it will always positive. Okay. So calculate value at 0, right? Value at 0 will be 1. That is positive. So which is also true. We calculated the value at 0. And if I told you, if we consider second case, right? If a is negative, then you have parabolic facing downward. And if I told you to calculate the value of this function at 0, then what will be the value of that function? 1. And in this case, you look, structure, your structure will lie below the x-axis. So below x-axis, y value what is? Negative, but here is positive. So this case is not possible. So from here, you will get an idea if this condition are applied. No imaginary root and f0 is positive. So a should be positive number, right? Now a is positive and f0 we already have positive, and I already told you that if at any point if expression give positive value, that will be positive for all x. So just put x equal to -1. So your fx equal to x square minus bx plus 1, which is positive for all x, right? So if we put minus x minus 1 at x, it will become a plus b plus 1, which is always positive, right? So from here, if I ask you the value of a plus b plus 1, right? So it will not depend the value of a b, because whatever a and b, we already look here that uh, a a is already positive because f0 is 1, and f01 will give you this function always positive. So if you put anything inside that x in this function, this will always give you value positive. So uh, it does not depend on the sign of a and b. Your correct option will be, as imaginary root, then a plus b is positive. A plus b plus 1 is positive, right? Now we will move to the next question. Here a question, you have to answer this in multiple objective type. This is multiple objective type question. So multiple option is correct. So this question you have to given a polynomial. Okay. Now here figure is not mentioned, right? So I draw here. So basically you have to answer this is the quadratic polynomial. Okay, and you have to choose whether option A is correct or B is correct or C is correct. So first I give you this type of expression, right? So here you saw that it is the parabolic facing upward. So whenever parabolic facing upward, the leading coefficient should be positive. And what is leading coefficient here? A. So A should be positive. So option A, C will be correct. Now we will check the next option. So it has two distinct roots, and whenever two distinct roots, D should be positive. B a square minus 4ac should be positive. Your option A will also correct. Now we check for option B. So how B option we can check? So you know about, if I ask you the vertex of this parabola. So vertex of this parabola is nothing but minus b upon 2a, and this minus b upon 2a is greater than 0 because it is lying right side the origin. So from here this is greater than 0. And what you know about A is positive and 2 is also positive. So minus B should also be positive, because positive upon positive give you positive. So denominator is positive. So numerator should also be positive. So minus B should be positive. And minus should B should be positive. So B should be negative. Right. So from here you will get option C is option B is also correct. Now if in this question how you will check option C is correct or not, right? So you have fx equal to ax square plus bx plus c, and now look this graph. This will go up like this, and at 0 if we take the function value, this will be attain something here, and here y is positive. So calculate the value of f at 0. So f at 0 is a0 square plus b into 0 plus c. That should be positive. So this term will be c greater than 0. So this give you c should be always positive. But in option D, c is negative. So this option is. So here I discuss with you some question of quadratic polynomial. If you learn something from this, like, subscribe and share your friends.